Breathe better and sleep deeper with the Levoit Classic 160 Top Fill Humidifier. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to get your Levoit Top Fill Humidifier on Amazon today and enjoy a healthier, more comfortable home. Welcome to Race Report Central. I'm your host. Today we're talking about a developing story in the Education Department's latest move to challenge programs aimed at historically underserved populations. The department has given schools just 2 weeks to eliminate race-based scholarships and hiring practices, warning that failure will result in federal funding penalties. This decision comes on the heels of a major Supreme Court ruling last year that struck down race-conscious admissions practices at colleges and universities. Now, let's break it down further. The Education Department's Office for Civil Rights has issued a letter to schools, stating that considering race in scholarships, hiring, or other aspects of student life could lead to punishment. That's right, folks. The department is now saying that simply acknowledging differences between groups along racial lines can be seen as discriminatory. This decision builds on the Trump administration's efforts to dismantle programs aimed at promoting diversity and inclusion. The problem is, critics say this move goes far beyond the scope of the Supreme Court ruling and targets initiatives designed to level the playing field for communities of color. Craig Traynor, Acting Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights, claims these programs unfairly favor certain groups over others, but experts argue that's not necessarily the case. The issue here is about equity, fairness, and access to resources. At its core, this test is simple. If an educational institution treats a person of one race differently than another because of their race, it violates the law. But what does that really mean in practice? It means separating students by race, distributing benefits or burdens based on race, essentially segregating groups along racial lines. Now, we're not talking about programs designed to promote equality, but ones aimed at addressing historical injustices and promoting fairness. So, what's next for these schools and institutions? They have just 14 days to comply with the Education Department's demands. But will they be able to do so without sacrificing critical support systems for historically underserved populations? That remains to be seen. At Race Report Central, we'll continue to follow this story and explore its implications for education policy and social justice. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning into Race Report Central.